Spill the tea.
What's really good? It's your girl Dani DMC.
It's your boy TBell.
And we are back with another banger together.
Oh my God, back at it again.
Before we get started on today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to Audible Escape. They have sponsored this video. Audible Escape is a monthly subscription where you can find unlimited love stories and listen to them as audiobooks in your car, in your house, while you're cleaning, on your way to work. I know Tyler's getting sick of me because I'm playing them all the time. We barely listen to music anymore in the car, but it is really awesome. Basically, you get the first month free, and then after that, it is $12.95 per month, and it is totally worth it. They have an unmatched list of audiobooks that you can download. Right now, I am listening to Proof of Love by Chisa Hutchinson, which is a really good story about this strong Black woman that is married, and then a lot of things happen, and she lives like an upper class lifestyle, and her world kind of gets shattered. So it's really got me hooked, and it's an Audible original, which I think is really cool. They make own original stories.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that they're sponsoring this video so I can get the word out to you guys. If you want to try them out, go to audible.com/DANIDMC. And then if you live in the US, you can also text Dani DMC to 500-500. And I will put all the information in the description box below. So I'm really grateful that they are sponsoring this video and I can get the word out to you guys because this is a great subscription for anyone who doesn't have time to sit down and is really on the go like me, but you still want to stimulate your mind. So make sure you guys go to audible.com/DANIDMC to get your first free month subscription. And then after that, like I said, it is $12.95 per month. And if you live in the US, for a more easy option, you can text Dani DMC to 500-500.
Okay, as you can see, Dan is on her phone. You know what I mean? It's typical Dan right here. But today what we have is a good video for you guys about confessing our love for one another, how we feel about each other. We just got some good questions that we cooked up from Jubilee.
Yeah, so basically what we did is, we know you guys have wanted to see the how we met for a while. And we appreciate the love. On our interracial couple Q&A, someone posted saying, below if you, I'm gonna put it right here, like below if you want to see how we met, and over 2,000 people liked it. Crazy. So we're like, okay, we're gonna give it to you guys 100%. We're watching some videos and I love Jubilee. I just feel like the questions they do are so good, and I want us both to give our own versions or impressions and stuff like that. So we wrote some of the questions down from those videos just to give us a little bit of an outline too, because we have been together for a while. So I feel like,
oh, why? Oh, give me a hug, girl.
You're so... I have makeup on.
You got makeup on?
Okay, so first we're going to start by telling you how long we've been together, how long we've known each other, kind of the background to that, and how we first met, where we first met, and then we'll get into the questions. So how long have we been together? Boyfriend and girlfriend.
I say we've been together about 5 years.
No. We've been dating for 5 years.
Oh, we've been dating for 3.
Yeah,
we've known each other for about 5 years.
Yeah, we've known each other since 2014. I just looked it up in my phone. The first picture I have of Tyler in my phone, I'll put it on the screen for you guys, is of him and one of my closest girlfriends at the time, Butta. And I took it of them. I'll get more into why I took it and why I wasn't in the photo or anything like that. April 22nd, 2014. And we met a couple months before that. The first time I saw you was definitely 4 months before that.
Right.
So that was 5 years ago. And we have been officially boyfriend and girlfriend for 3 years in June. This past June was 3 years. But we kind of dated for a year before we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So I feel like my parents are always you guys have been together for 4 years. Tyler's been around for 4 years. But officially we've been boyfriend and girlfriend for 3 years. So first we're gonna tell you guys where we met. Where did we meet?
Wow. We met at Robert Morris University, 7th floor.
Yeah, we went to college together.
I got that right.
You better get that right. We went to college together, and I was a sophomore.
No, I was a junior.
And I went there my freshman and sophomore year, and he had just transferred in when we first met. And it was 2014 at the time. And so basically we are going to get into these questions from Jubilee, and we're gonna both answer them from our own perspective. So the first question is, when was the first time we saw each other? And then when was the first time we spoke? Kind of a double whammy.
Double whammy.
You wanna go first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You're so annoying. Okay, so the first time we saw each other, the first time I saw Tyler, I will never forget this day ever. He walked into the 7th floor. The 7th floor is where everyone hung out. We went to a city college, so it's like a skyscraper. So we all hung out on the 7th floor, and he walked in with all the basketball players, and he was so fine. I literally turned to my friend and was like, who is that? And she was like, oh girl, she worked at the cafe, so she knew everyone. Her name was Butta, my friend that I showed the picture of them together. She told me that, she was like, oh, that's TBell, like he's, you know, just transferred here, he's new here, whatever. And she was like, do you want me to, you know, put you on? And I'm like, no, like he's out of my league, he's too fine. And all the girls on the 7th floor were talking about him because he was new and he looked so good. And so that was the first time I ever saw him. And the first time we ever spoke, there were like a couple things that led up to it, but basically,
this is so funny.
I know. Basically, I posted a picture on Instagram. I was going out with my friends that night, and he commented something like slick under it, and then commented again saying like, because I commented back to him, and then he was like, I wish I had this, but this was like so long ago. There's no way we could find this, and it was an old Instagram account. But he said like, next time you see me, come give me a hug, which is like such a player thing to say, but. Okay, now you tell your version.
My version of the first time I saw you?
Yeah.
Man, I think the first time I saw you, you were just with like a group of your girlfriends. And like, I just remember you walking away, like, and you just, like, you know, like on the Disney Channel shows when they like just give like the aura around the person and like the shimmery, like it was just like one of those, like she walked away and I was like, she gorgeous. Like,
yeah, right. You was not even checking for me like that.
I was though. Like you had that energy. Like
yeah.
Like you just had that energy. Like you had like a glow about you. Like it was just something about you that was different.
Yeah.
And like I really noticed that. Like, and even then, I think it was just like on some like cool, friendly shit. But like you could tell like she was different. And I think that's what like it hit me early on. Like then, cause I think wasn't I still in a relationship then?
Yeah, no, we both were.
Yeah, we both were.
But like, I feel like it both was kindling for both of us. Like, we weren't like official with either of the people we were with. Like, I feel like, okay, so the next question is, when was the first time you met? Which kind of all, you know, ties into this. Because after Tyler commented on my Instagram picture, come give me a hug next time you see him. We were on the 7th floor another day and I saw him. So like, we went up to each other. I was so nervous.
You were nervous? I never knew that.
I had butterflies in my stomach. I was so nervous. I don't know what it was, because you guys gotta understand, like back in this day, I was a player. Like I had dudes eating out the palm of my hand, but there was something about Tyler that made me so nervous. I felt like he was out of my league. And when I said that to my friend Butta, she was like, you've never said anyone's out of your league. Like I'm the type of person, I like a challenge, I like competition. So if I feel like something's out of my league, I wanna go for it. But with Tyler, I just felt like, I don't know, I felt so nervous, like
That's
so nervous.
It's crazy hearing this, you guys.
So,
I didn't know this.
So then like the first time, like so when we were like up next to each other, you gave me a hug, and I felt like you were kind of nervous too. And you gave me a hug, and then we just like started talking. But I feel like at that time, we both were about to be in relationships, because like a couple weeks later was when you like went public with your ex, like the first time you ever posted her. And then a couple weeks later was when I got like really serious with my situation. But I feel like when we first met, we weren't exclusive with either people we were talking to. I could be remembering that wrong, but that's what like I thought in my head.
Yeah.
Because
you might be right.
Yeah, because okay, well, do you say your first impression of how when we first met, like the time after you commented on my post?
Yeah, it's definitely, I did the little lame thing on social media, you know. That's always like a little starter, like And fellas, don't be that guy, that always want to talk to girls and be in the DMs and comment under pics, and don't talk in person or be like anti in person, because that is turn off.
It's so unattractive.
Yeah, that's super turn off.
Especially if you're like, if you want a confident woman, you have to approach a confident woman with confidence. And if like I see you in public and all you can do is DM me or text me or like whatever the case may be, I'm gonna just think you're kind of weak. Like, come strong, come with that confident energy when you see me.
Social media didn't exist back then. That wasn't that bad. But,
and I feel like I was really nervous back then too to talk to him in person. So like I would have gone up to him. So I think after I got through that corny part and I actually saw her, it was just like one of those energies that was instantly reciprocated. Like we instantly just vibed off one another, and it was just really, it was cool. It was like real mutual. Like I got the hug and I was just like, wow, like she's actually cool. Like I thought you were gonna be a little stuck up. Yeah, at first, for real, because like I said, there weren't too many females like her, if any. Your statue, your level, like you was kind of like statue. I need a statue.
You do need a statue, but yeah, stature. Yeah, you were just like on your one-of-one swag. So.
You're cute. Okay, next question.
Who liked who more?
Yeah.
Like when? Like initially or like period?
I know, that's a tough one.
Cause I think you like me more.
I do too. But now, no, just kidding.
But now I definitely like you more.
No, we love each other equally.
No,
I definitely do think I like Tyler more. And I don't think you knew how much I liked you.
No, I did.
Because I was the type of person, like, I'm not gonna tell you I like you or like put it out there. Like, I just kind of kept to myself. But my girls, they knew.
How was our first kiss?
So our first kiss. Okay, so this was a little awkward, but we're gonna, we are all about transparency and keeping it real with you guys. So basically, our first kiss was good. Basically, from my impression, I'll tell you my perspective. So the bad thing why I'm like hesitant is that we both were in relationships, which is not good. But Tyler would come over to my house, we'd hang out a lot, like strictly as friends. And one day, I just it was the first day he showed me that I felt like he had something towards me, because we both were in situations, but I felt like if we had met before those situations, we would have gotten together. Like there was definitely feelings there or like emotions there, but we had to put them away because like we're in these situations and like that's not right. But one day when I parked, like Tyler's in my car, we had driven from school, I like lived down the street. We parked and we're like walking to my elevator. He was like, you were like more touchy with me, and not like, grabbing my booty touchy, not like inappropriate touchy, but just like, you were just touching me more. I don't know. And I like really noticed that. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm just having all the feels. So then we were sitting on my couch talking and then we just kissed. But we both knew it was wrong. We both definitely knew it was wrong. And we said like, we just need to be friends, like right away. And that was the cool thing about us, is a lot of people like can't do that. We 100% bounced back and went back to being friends for 2 years, or like a full year. We were friends, and like I transferred schools, I moved to New Orleans, and we would FaceTime all the time. We'd talk about your relationship. Like I would say good stuff. Like if they were going through it, I'd be like, work through it. Like you got it, whatever. And like same with me, I was going through it with my relationship because like my dude was back in Chicago and I was in New Orleans now. But yeah, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't hurt people in the process. But that was not our plan. We're both really good people. We never wanted to hurt anybody. But when you have that attraction to someone that like you can't fight, sometimes that's just what happens.
Yeah.
So I just like took the whole show on that just because I know it's a lot for us to put out there. But what was your impression of our first kiss?
Your lips were a lot juicier than I thought.
Of course, a man's perspective, right? Like.
But yeah, just thinking like you said, like it was kind of like one of those like snap back to reality moments. It was like cool, but like you just knew like this couldn't be anything, And it was what it was, but yeah, I don't know. maybe it kind of like lingered on and caused like a little vibration effect.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I know. It's crazy, like how everything turned out. It really is. What was your first date? This one's kind of hard because we were friends for so long.
Yeah, it was, we did a lot of stuff.
I know.
We did a lot of. Yeah. I don't know that one. That was tough. I could just remember the first time like I made you like happy on a date when we like just went to get ice cream, like, or we just went to get dessert at Cheesecake Factory downtown. Like, you like really, really, really like that. Like how you smiling right now. You like we're like telling your friends about it, and I was like, what? We just like, but it's something I like to do. Like I would, if I like one certain thing from a place, like I'll just go get that. Like I have to go have a whole meal. So we just went to Cheesecake Factory and just had dessert and just talked over dessert, and she really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So I was gonna say the first date for me was Cheesecake Factory. That's like what I was thinking in my head, because we went on a bunch of, like, it's hard when you're friends first. You know, a lot of people when they do these how we met, it was like they started dating right away, or it was like a romantic thing right away. But for Ty, like, we've been so many places. We went, you know, out to eat times and stuff, like as friends too. But I would say the time that like really for me is our first date is when Tyler took me to Cheesecake Factory, and we'd already eaten earlier in the day. I think maybe like I cooked something for us, or like we eaten earlier, but it was like 2-3 hours later, and Tyler was like, let's just go get some dessert. And I don't know why I thought it was the cutest thing ever, but it was to me, like, just getting dessert. No one had ever really done that. And I'd been with such like shitty guys that no one had ever really done anything special or like thought of me really. So it just made me so happy. Like, we just sat in this booth and ate cheesecake and talked, and it was a really good memory. It's still a good memory I have, you know, of our relationship.
Next question.
Okay.
How did we become boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, how did we get together? You want to rock, paper, scissors for it, or you taking it away?
We can rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No, I want you to go first. Let's do best 2 out of 3.
No.
Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. Ready?
America, do y'all see this?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Eee! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Eee! Okay. I knew I was gonna win. I felt it.
You cheated.
No, but I really want you to tell the story, because I feel like we have different versions on like how we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
You forced me to be your boyfriend. You grabbed me by the ear and said, my dad. No, what did you say? You said something. You was like,
what? We're gonna have complete opposite stories.
She said something like, it look weird or something. Like, we've been talking for a long time, and it looked weird. Like, we should be dating.
That's really like how you remember it.
And then I was like,
okay,
you wanna be my girlfriend? And then we just ended up dating.
Okay, I'm so glad you went first, because our stories are so different, and y'all know I'm gonna give you all the details.
Okay, let's see.
So basically what happened is, after I broke up with my ex and he broke up with his ex, a couple months passed. Well, I had broken up with my ex like way before him, but after he broke up with his ex, a couple months passed. We decided to kind of like casually date, because we both had the really deep feelings for our exes. So we knew we like needed time to get over it. And I had been with such horrible guys. I had horrible trust issues. So we were just like, let's take it really slow. I lived in New York. He came to visit me for like an internship. And then I came home to Chicago for a summer. And that's when we spent like all our time together. Tyler hinted multiple times. So we like talked this whole year. It was an entire year before, and towards the end of the year, we became exclusive, but didn't put like a label on things. But throughout that year, Tyler hinted multiple times that he wanted me to be his girlfriend. But I was like, you know, let's just take it slow, whatever. And he was too. Like, we both weren't in a rush, but you definitely hinted for sure. So don't like ever get it twisted.
Multiple times that year when you were in New Orleans.
Yes, and like when I came home that summer before like we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
And I wanted you to be my girlfriend?
Yes. It's so crazy how guys remember stuff. Anyway, so then what he's talking about is the day that we actually became boyfriend and girlfriend, my sister and her boyfriend at the time came into town. And so it was like me, Tyler, my sister, her boyfriend, and my parents like all staying at our house. And I did feel a little bit some type of way, because my sister and her boyfriend knew each other less than like less amount of years than we knew each other. And it did seem like I didn't really know what to say. Like this, I wasn't saying like this is my boyfriend, so it was like weird. My whole family felt like he was my boyfriend.
This is what I'm talking about.
He'd been around so much, you know what I mean? Like he'd been around us a lot. My family already loved him, so they kind of were like, you know, what's up? So the day that it actually happened, Tyler and I were alone in my room. I was laying down in my bed, and he was like sitting on the side of the bed. And what I didn't say anything about anyone else. I said that I feel like, what did I say? I was like, I feel like I'm ready for us to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And like, I definitely mentioned like wanting to be able to say like, this is my boyfriend. And you like, were like, yeah, I think so too. Like, I want you to be my girlfriend. And then we were like, okay, you didn't ask me like, will you be my girlfriend? It was just, we had a like adult conversation and decided to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you're so funny. Little goofy goober. Okay, whatever. We can have our own sides of the story. That's fine.
Okay, next question. What if you never met me? Go.
What if we never met?
No, what if you never met me?
Yeah, baby, that's the same thing.
What if you never met me? Not if we never met. What if you never met me?
If we never met, though, I feel like I would be really angry, a really, really angry person. And I think that I probably wouldn't be in a committed relationship because like no guy would have proved to me what Tyler has proved and shown me, like what a man can actually be and like give and provide. And I think I would be lonely. I don't think I would be where I am in my personal growth and personal development, like who I am as a woman. Tyler really, like we met when my self-love journey was really starting. And I think you played like a really pivotal role in that.
Really big bar.
And I don't know if I'd be in LA. Tyler was a huge reason that I took the leap to come to LA. So I really don't know where I'd be if we never met, but I know that it would be a sad and dark and lonely place.
I truly, dearly feel the same way. I feel it in my gut, like as she was saying it, I'm like, dang. I was looking at my stomach, y'all, like, dang, this is crazy. Like, you're gonna make me tear up. I don't got no makeup on, though, you know. But I think if we never met, man, I don't know where I'll be, you know, like, of course, I think I would have probably still tried to make the LA move because I was planning on it, but I don't know if it would have happened as fast or how it happened. But she's just such a motivating force that, like, man, I just don't know really where I would be. She's like, you know, in movies where you hear people be like, man, the woman I marry, I want her to be like have some traits that my mom had, in the sense of like, you know, nurturing and caring and just being loving through it all, through the negatives and the positives. And like, you have done that, and it's like, just to think about like not having you in my life, period, I'll be like, dang. Like, people always say life goes on and you can, don't get me wrong, like life would still have to go on, but like, oh my God, I'd be like, dang, that's you a big part, you know. You taught me a lot of things, especially with love and like togetherness and what family really means when it comes together. Yeah.
You're so cute.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like we have such a deep connection. I feel like we have this like unexplainable connection. Like, I just feel tied to you. I feel connected to you. I feel like I know it's like corny, cringy, but I feel like our like souls are connected. And I don't like ever want to be without you. I'm fucking getting emotional. Babe, okay.
Oh, I'm
not
sorry.
emotional anymore.
We still on.
But also, in all seriousness, I just want to tell you guys that relationships are not all peaches and cream. I know that YouTube and social media paints it that way. Like you see all these couples that have these great relationships and then one day they're posting a "we broke up" video, and that's because you don't see what's really happening behind closed doors. And we really want to give you a transparent view of our relationship. Like we really want to be as transparent as we can. And I think it's so important to know that no relationship is perfect. You know, Tyler and I have been through a lot together, like we've said, and you've heard throughout this whole video. And we were long distance for 2.5 years. I always think about that because women always say to me, I would never be in a long distance relationship. Normally because, you know, the partner's not good enough, he's not trustworthy, or whatever the case may be. But imagine if I didn't take that risk. If we didn't take that risk, we wouldn't be together, be with the person that we love, you know, and have this bright future together. And when Tyler first moved here in November, he and I went through a lot because we're both so independent. So learning how to coexist together was difficult, and we fought all the time, and we had to get through that to where we are now, where we're so happy and we're in a really good place because we took all these risks. So we knew the universe was going to reward us, because that's what happens, you know, when you take a risk. So just know that in relationships, everything is not perfect and peaches and cream all the time. You're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows, but if you're with the right person, your gut will tell you that, and you will know to fight through it.
Without a doubt. That fight, that perseverance, that's that preparation for longevity. You know, without that, and when you're just giving everything in life, there's no substance to it. It's just, you don't really care for it. And the way we care for each other right now and the love that we do have for each other is strong, and it's only gonna get stronger. It's scary to think.
I know it is.
So
it's so crazy. We've only been together for 3 years, known each other for 5, and you know, we still have a lifetime to go. But we just want to give you a real view, you know, and I want you guys to know that I feel like so many people come up to me like, when I was just at BeautyCon, you guys are relationship goals and I want that. And it's okay to look at a couple and love what they have or love their bond, but just know that work goes into it. And when we turn this camera off, we both have to 50-50 put into this relationship, and you have to feed a relationship. It just doesn't boom, it's perfect and everything's fine all the time and it's glorious, you know? So take risks and you will get rewarded. That's the biggest advice I feel like we can give you guys. But we love making videos for you guys. We're definitely getting more into it. And like, if you want to make us so happy, comment below a video you want to see, and then give the comment a thumbs up like you guys did on the interracial couple Q&A with the How We Met. A video we're thinking of doing maybe is a Truth or Eat Spicy edition, because I can't eat spicy food at all. Tyler, but okay. But so basically how it would be is like, you can't go anywhere without a basketball. You're so annoying. Basically what it would be like is we ask a truth or dare question, but like a truth. And if we don't feel comfortable answering it on camera or don't want to, then we eat like a really spicy wing, like a vegan wing, because you know we don't eat meat. But I just feel like that would be a really cute, like fun video. So comment a video title or something like that below if you guys want to see us do it. Make sure you guys give this video lots of love, a big thumbs up, and do not forget to hit that big red button screaming
subscribe
at you below.
Subscribe.
And you can also hit the bell to turn the notifications on when a video goes live. So we love you guys, and
peace.
We out.